Hello everyone, I am here again with a new chapter of business study, adopting a new method of teaching since I felt my last videos were a bit lengthy and messy. Leaving other things apart, let us move to the chapter 12 of your book, and the chapter name is Stop Separation. Now if you look into the boat, if you look into your boat, you will find the glimpse of the chapter I have written, You'll find the glimpse of the chapter, and the starting of the chapter is with the definition of separation. Now, what do you understand by separation? Separation means separation of an employee from the organization, in which he or she has been employed. That means the person who is working in an organization is being separated from the organization. So stop separation means separation of an employee from the organization in which he or she is employed. Now, employee leave an organization due to several reasons. Now, if you go to the second part, you'll find I wrote means. Now, what is means? Means when an employee leave an organization, there may be various reasons. Now, what are the reasons? Under what ground the staffs are separated from the organization? Now, there can be 5 means, 5 means of staff separation. The first one is retirement. Now, what do you understand by retirement? Now, retirement can be of 2 types. Now, before I go into the details, let me tell you that retirement can be of 2 types. One is the compulsory retirement, another one is voluntary retirement. Now, what is compulsory retirement? Compulsory retirement means the person is taking retirement, after attaining the age of superannuation. What is superannuation? Superannuation means that he have already attained the age. For example, in India is 60 years. Now, after he attains 60 years, he is being separated from the organization. So that is compulsory retirement. So compulsory retirement means the retirement which is after the age of superannuation. But the second one is totally different. Voluntary retirement. What is voluntary retirement? Now, voluntary retirement means when an organization is facing the situation of surplus staff, that organization can ask the person to retire himself, before reaching the age of superannuation. Or sometimes employees may themselves opt to retire, to get the benefit of various schemes. So voluntary retirement means before you attain the age of superannuation, you are retiring, you are taking your leave. It may be due to his own wish, or maybe due to the company's wish, because maybe the company is facing some problem. So due to that, the company may ask you to leave before you attain the age of superannuation. So in one word, you can say that compulsory retirement means after you attain the age of superannuation, you are being retired, you are taking leave from the organization. And voluntary means before you reach the age of superannuation, you are taking leave. Understood? So go to number 2. Number 2, if you find, I wrote it's layoff. Now, what is layoff? So layoff is a temporary removal of an employee, from the payroll due to circumstances beyond the control of the employer. That means the boss have nothing to do. He have to ask the employee of his organization to leave, but this is totally beyond the control of the employer. So this is layoff. Come to the third, that is retrenchment. What does that mean? That is the permanent termination of an employee service for economic reason in a going concern. Maybe the company is going to shut down. Maybe the company is going to close, so the employer have nothing to do but to ask the employee and to permanently terminate them from the job. This particularly retrenchment is due to economic reason. Come to the fourth one, that is resignation. If you go to the board, you will find resignation means I wrote take self-initiative to leave. So resignation means an employer takes or is made to take the initiative to leave the job. He may take the leave by himself or may be asked to take the leave, but resignation means he is asked to leave the job, maybe by his own wish or maybe the wish of the employer. That is resignation. Next one is suspension. Now, what is suspension? Suspension is a serious punishment. It is a serious punishment. You will be asked to leave the job as a way of punishment. but this is generally awarded only after a proper inquiry. Only after a proper inquiry such things are done, suspension is given. The last one is dismissal. What is dismissal? Dismissal means it refers to the terminating the service of an employee by the way of punishment due to certain reason. Okay, dismissal means you are being terminated from the service. Now why are you terminated from the service? You are being terminated from the service due to many reasons. The reason can be inefficiency, the reason may be due to drunk, since maybe you are drunk at workplace, maybe you are dishonesty, okay, you were dishonest, okay, due to indiscipline, due to misconduct, due to falsifying a record of works. So maybe there may be various reason for an employer to dismiss you from the job. But if an employer want to dismiss, there are certain procedure. Just in a day he cannot tell you that you are being dismissed from the job. No, there should be a certain procedure. Now what are the procedure of dismissal? If you go to down, okay, if you go to the lower portion of the board, you will find that procedure. The first procedure is charge sheet. Okay, issue of charge sheet. Now what do you understand by charge sheet? Charge sheet is the first step where it is a sheet, okay, where there is a written complaint, there will be the written complaint against the employee, and this charge sheet will contain the detail of the offence with which the employer is charged and the allegation made against him. So charge sheet means everything written in details, that against what the allegations are made, okay, and what are his deeds, what he have done, okay. So all the details will be written in the charge sheet. Number 2 is receipt of explanation. Receipt of explanation means who is found to be the person, okay, the person against whom the charge sheet is made, he will be asked for an explanation. He have to give his own explanation. Now if the explanation is not satisfactory, then one will move to the third step, and the third step is issue of notice of inquiry. Issue of notice of inquiry means in case the explanation received from the employee is found to be unsatisfactory, a notice of inquiry is issued to him, okay, is issued to him. This is issue of notice of inquiry. And the fourth and last step is holding of inquiry. Holding of inquiry means on the specific day, time and place, the inquiry officer will hold the inquiry, okay, in presence of the employee, okay. This is holding of inquiry. And at last, maybe it's not clear, you'll find its finding, okay. Finding means once the inquiry is over, the inquiry officer has to give his finding, that what did he find. Holding means he will inquire, he will search for everything. Finding means the inquiry officer will tell what he have found out, okay. So that is the finding. Now after the finding, final decision will be given by the employer. If he is found to be guilty, he will be dismissed. If he is not found to be guilty, he will not be dismissed. So depending on the finding, decisions will be given. Clear? So these are the procedure of dismissal. So the procedure of dismissal is, first charge sheet will be made, explanation will be received from the from the employee, okay, who against whom the charge sheet is made. There will be an issue of notice of inquiry, okay. If the explanation given by him is not satisfactory, then an inquiry officer will hold the inquiry, and then he will give his finding, and at last the decision will be made. Clear? So these are the procedure of dismissal. So the staff separation, so the chapter staff separation, okay, staff separation. So the various means of staff, a staff can be separated from the organization depending on the various means. So the means can be retirement, can be layoff, can be resignation, can be suspension, can be dismissal. So this is the end of the chapter, staff separation. Thank you.